Right now, as an electrician and electrical business owner, we are living in one of the most craziest times with AI. Now, AI surfaced maybe 2, 3 years ago, and what came then was insane. Everybody thought they were a genius replying to emails. Let's just chat GPT it. We'll just put it in, cut, paste that back. The early people to that did look like geniuses, but now the double hyphens, the well worded emails, the robotic emails, it's all a gag. Everybody now knows AI is AI. And when you're sending out emails and stuff like that, or you receiving inquiries for your electrical business, that's when it gets very, very evident that people are using it. And that's the way forward. That's the way people are going to search. We're going to have agents and sub agents reaching out to you and your electrical business for electrical work. And I'm calling it here now. In a few years, your agents will be replying to those sub agents, and it's going to get really fucked up. Why I'm making this video today is I am sick to the teeth of seeing other coaches in this industry pushing shitty AI products. What I mean by that, they are dangling AI carrots at you. They are dangling products, ways of doing things, trying to blow your mind. But what's going to happen is you'll fall into that trap. You will take that product, you'll download their free product or whatever. Then what's going to happen is you'll download it to your MacBook, you'll download it to your Google Drive, and you will never ever use it. You'll be like, oh, that was cool, I think. Now, what I focus on is building stuff that is going to make your business more money, more time, or you'll actually utilize it in your business as a tool. Just like your tool bag, you've got your pliers, hammer, screwdrivers, pointy nose pliers, grips, all those things, multimeter. You need those things. That's the kind of stuff I'm focusing on with my members, is building stuff that's going to have longevity, that's going to actually serve purpose in your business. And what I'm seeing is just such shit out there. An example of this is a coach that I massively respect went through this whole thing where you put in your job into the system, it spits it out, and then it spits out this big website of a thing to give their quote. If that's not necessary, you do not need that in your business. You need simplicity in your electrical business to get quotes across the line. The majority of people will scroll down to the bottom of that fancy web page and look at the price. It's everything in between you need to focus on. It's how the client's journey came from giving you that point of contact, that you gave them the quotation. It then flowed across into your job management software. Then you gave them a simple quotation that was well laid out. You don't need things dangling off the page. You don't need fanciness. You don't need an about us story on it. You just need basic things. And that's a prime example of the shit that I'm seeing at the moment, is you're getting pushed this in front of you. And the worst is you think you need it. You think you need that because you're like, oh, this is the latest thing, I need it. And I am a guilty fucker for that. I did that. I've done podcasts on this where I was the biggest fucker for shiny objects. I would go out there and I'd see the latest tool. I need that. I need this. And next thing I'd get it. I'd download it. I'd get that tool and I'd never use it. I'd pay the subscription for the year and I would not use it. That's what I'm trying to hit home in this video, is before you jump into any AI, anything that's been put in front of you, what's relevant today may not be relevant tomorrow. An example of this was a few months ago, I built a GPT for my members. What a GPT is, essentially you enter a prompt into ChatGPT, you can save it, and then you can ask that question and it will spit out answers. So I built a prompt, built the GPT. What it does is it spits out the members' bundles. So what a bundle is in ServiceMate is your package pricing. So for example, a light switch, a PowerPoint, a switchboard, each one of those is a bundle, and then the bundle amalgamates with your proposal. The proposal is how you present the quotation on ServiceMate. So you can have your proposal and you can have pictures, you can have documents, you can have your bundle on that, so on and so forth. So what that GPT does is you enter what you want. Is it a PowerPoint? Is it a light switch? You click 1, 2, 3, whatever. It will spit that out. Then you keep continuing down and it will build the entire package. And if you want to multiply that by 10, or you want to ask for, give me 50 more things, it will give you 50 more bundles. You can then cut and paste that into your ServiceMate, and the cut and paste bit is now old school. What I'm after discovering, what I'm after seeing, particularly with Claude, is we can now push that directly into ServiceMate. This is being built at the moment. I'm not lifting the lid on this too much. However, it is possible, and that is an example of that ChatGPT is now deemed old school, which is fucking bananas. That is how quickly stuff is moving. And for me, being a fucking nerd with this stuff, it is extremely exciting, which takes me to the next thing, is overwhelm. I've spent the last few weeks, months studying Claude, and it is extremely overwhelming. And that is the bit that nobody tells you about. And I'm not afraid to put my hand up. And the way I look at this is, if I'm getting fucking overwhelmed, you can be sure as shit someone that doesn't even have a job management software or starting electrical business are like, where do I start? And I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this training with a few weeks, few months, and the amount of fucking softwares I'm after downloading to my MacBook and plugging into Claude is insane. Are all of those necessary? I don't think so. But what I'm doing is I'm testing, measuring, seeing exactly what I need, what exactly I need to build, how it's all pieced together, and how I can pass it on to my members. Now, before I forget, I was never going to forget, this is marketing. There's links in the description underneath if you do wish to come work with me. There's also a load of free resources, 100 odd podcasts there. There's a free email marketing series. Take it, use it, learn it, implement it into your business. And I know the cream will rise to the top and they will come reach out to me. That's why I give all the stuff away for free. And what's happening is people are jumping on the Claude wagon. They're hearing this, they're hearing that, and they are not using it to its full potential. They're probably only using it to 5%. Now, inside in Claude, we've got three functions. We've got chat, we've got co-work, and we've got code. Chat is kind of similar to ChatGPT, where you ask it a question, it will give you an answer. Co-work is more task oriented. You give it an end result and it will then spit out what you need to do to get to the end result. You can plug in different softwares. You can link it with MCPs, which is a connection point to another software. It can be a custom connection or it can be a direct connection. Now, did that confuse the fuck out of you? We've got Claude Code, which can build software. This is where it gets interesting. I'm building something at the moment and I'm keeping it very simplistic because I don't want to overwhelm people. And with that, we've got Claude as just the engine. It's purely just like the driver or the engine of the process. But it's all well and good you make something on your Claude or whatnot, but you need for it to be stored somewhere on the internet. You need it to be hosted somewhere on the internet. So that's where you start getting a bit crazy with different softwares that then click into Claude. So if I'm to give you a business analogy with Claude, it would be Claude is the driver of your van and the softwares are in the back of the van, and that makes them all sing together and link them all harmoniously, where if you want to do something with your software, it will then link across to your service mate or whatever. Now, you can create Claude as an entire entity in itself, that you can build your own job management software. You can build your own financial software. Why use Zero? My reasoning for using Zero and ServiceMate and all these and plugging Claude in is, why fucking reinvent the wheel? Those things are already there. If there's something that you miss inside in your job management software, odds are you can now build it. There's a saying, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. If you can think of it in your mind, you can build it essentially with Claude. There's no doubt around that. Is AI necessary, or do you have to use AI in your electrical business? I would say you don't have to if you don't want to. However, it's just like trying to roll off the yellow pages when the internet is out there. Now, we've had the internet and it is amazing, but in my honest opinion, AI is bigger than the internet. AI is absolutely crazy what you can do and achieve. And when the right softwares are clicked together and AI is used properly, it's just going to make your business an efficient, lean machine, and it's going to get crazier. Did I mention about the links? They're underneath. See you in the next one.